In July 2025 we visited Presque Isle State Park so we could ride the Karl Boys Multipurpose National Recreation Trail. The 13.4-mile trail loops around the perimeter of the state park. We started our ride at the first beach parking area and crossed over Peninsula Drive to the trail. As you can see, it was a very cloudy and windy day, but we were determined to get in our bike ride. The trail is very popular, even when the weather is less than ideal. Here you can see Presque Isle Bay on our right. The trail is paved the entire distance and is separated from traffic for most of it. When it merges with car traffic there is a broad bike lane on the side. The Waterworks Tower was built in 1906. It looks a lot like a lighthouse, but is really a steel intake tower that was once used along with two settling ponds to supply the city of Erie with fresh water. Turning right onto Fisher Drive we took the path on a loop out to Crystal Point and past Misery Bay before heading back along the shore of Lake Erie. Here we passed over the inlet leading to Long Pond on the left. You can see it was quite windy at this point. Along this stretch we could see white caps out on the bay and at times the waves sprayed over the path.
Thank you.
Next we arrived at Crystal Point, home to the Perry Monument. The monument was built in 1926 to commemorate the victory of Commodore Oliver Hazard Perry in the Battle of Lake Erie during the War of 1812. Just around the corner from the monument is Misery Bay. Here you can see Presque Isle Bay on the left, and Misery Bay on the right. Misery Bay is the home of the Lady Kate, a boat that offers tours of Lake Erie and Presque Isle Bay. After passing over a bridge separating Misery Bay from the inland lagoons, the trail goes on-road for a long stretch via bike lanes that aren't fully separated from traffic. However, we found that the vehicles passing us kept their speed low. We turned right here on the road that leads out past the Coast Guard station and Horseshoe Bay. This isn't part of the trail and is all on road, but there was hardly any traffic. As we passed by Horseshoe Pond, we could see the many boathouses moored on the water. The road ends at a parking area next to the North Pier. There was a large mound of sand blocking our view of Lake Erie and the object of this side trip, so we rode our bikes up onto the pier.
There it is.
The Erie Harbor North Pier Headlight, also known as the Presque Isle North Pier Light, was built in 1858 and is a square, metal tower. You can walk all the way out the pier to the light and enjoy views of the boats passing through the channel into Presque Isle Bay. After returning to the trail, we rode out to Beach 10, also known as Bundy Beach, on the northern side of the peninsula. We watched some surfers taking advantage of the waves sweeping across Lake Erie. About 1.5 miles later, we arrived at the Presque Isle Lighthouse. We took a few quick photos before heading back on the trail. The wind from this point on was pretty ferocious, blowing sand over the dunes and across the road. Because the blowing sand made it difficult to see, we didn't video the rest of the ride. Thanks for watching, and remember to enjoy the view from wherever you are.